Daredevil has walked some of the darkest paths in Marvel history, from being possessed by the Beast of the Hand to facing the full weight of hell itself. But what if I told you that the version of Daredevil coming to Marvel Rivals isn't just a street level hero we know? He's a variant forged from mystical forces empowered by the very darkness he once fought against. Today, we're diving into Daredevil's full journey across the timeline, exploring Shadowland, Devil's Reign, the Red Fist Saga, and what this all means in the world of Marvel Rivals. To understand Marvel Rivals Daredevil and why the Beast matters so much, we need to go back, not just decades but centuries. The ninja clan known as the Hand is more than just a group of assassins. They're the current iteration of a secret pseudo-religious cabal worshipping an ancient demon called the Beast. The Hand's roots go back to 1588, when Kagenobu Yoshioka formed it as a secret society dedicated to Japanese nationalism. But somewhere along the way, outside forces seeped in. The Sickly Ones, primordial entities tied to the Beast, planted their influence, as did their acolytes known as the Five and the older Snake Root Ninja Clan. These groups carried the Beast's worship across generations, turning what started as a nationalist movement into a demonic cult. And before there was the Hand, there was the Fist. 1,000 years ago, the Fist stood as a counterbalance, a rival force created to stop the spread of the Beast's influence. Later, this role fell to the Chaste, the mystical warriors that Stick himself trained to fight the Hand. This tug-of-war between Beast worshippers and their enemies frames everything that Daredevil walks into centuries later. Even in the modern era, the Hand kept trying to expand. In the early 20th century, they moved into Madripoor. Then World War II saw them aligning with Romulus and Baron Strucker, planting seeds for what would eventually become Hydra, only to be purged and reshaped again. Over time, their criminal empire grew global, bringing them into conflict with characters such as Wolverine, Elektra, and of course, Daredevil himself. But the key to all of this is their god. The Beast allegedly predates humanity itself, possibly 4 billion years old, tied to the Elder Gods or even a race of cold-blooded alien reptiles. The Sickly Ones were its first evangelists on Earth, quote, dishonoring God by destroying what he's made, end quote. During the Thurian and Hyborian ages, sorcerers and death worshippers traveled to its temple, but after the Great Cataclysm, the temple was abandoned, but the worship never stopped. The Beast isn't just a symbol, it's real, and it needs a vessel. Through dark rituals like the Black Flower, the Hand can channel its power into chosen leaders, corrupting and empowering them in equal measure. That's exactly what happens to Matt Murdock centuries later during Shadowland, but we'll get to that soon. Now we fast forward to the late 2000s. Marvel's heroes are in chaos. Civil War fractured the superhero community, Secret Invasion destabilized trust, and during Dark Reign, Norman Osborn ran S.H.I.E.L.D. as a supervillain, Captain America was dead, the Superhero Registration Act was still in effect, and there was no official Avengers team on the streets. In this vacuum, Matt Murdock makes a decision that changes his life. The Hand, the same clan that he's fought for years, offers him leadership, but he refuses. However, when Matt learns the Hand is about to make the Kingpin their new leader, he intervenes. And to keep Wilson Fisk from using the Hand to conquer Hell's Kitchen, Matt accepts their offer himself. It's an ironic choice, one that will turn him into exactly what he feared. Back in New York, Matt constructs Shadowland, a towering fortress built on the ruins of a building that Bullseye destroyed during Dark Reign. Officially, it's a temple and a prison, meant to bring order to Hell's Kitchen, but in reality, it becomes a symbol of martial law. Daredevil even confronts Bullseye, escaping from the raft, and kills him, the same way Bullseye killed Elektra years earlier. It's a shocking moment for heroes like Spider-Man, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Moon Knight, and the Punisher, who start questioning Matt's methods. What they don't know is that Matt is being guided by the Snake Root clan, the Beast's most devoted worshippers. They put him into the ritual of the Black Flower, and its final step is to become a murderer. When Matt kills Bullseye, the ritual is complete, and the Beast takes him as a vessel. The effects are immediate. Matt emanates a corrupting field across Hell's Kitchen, driving citizens to senseless violence. The Hand moves from assassination to open warfare on gangs, cops, and heroes alike. Street-level defenders band together, but even they realize this isn't Matt anymore. Even the spirit of vengeance himself couldn't stop him. When Ghost Rider was sent to attack Shadowland, Daredevil not only defeated him, he absorbed the Rider's hellfire. This wasn't just a win, it was a terrifying showcase of how powerful the Beast's influence had made Matt. As the story builds, Matt transforms physically, horns lengthening, skin darkening, his voice bellowing, "There is no Murdock, there is only the Beast." And it all comes to a head when Iron Fist channels his chi to heal Matt's soul, giving him one moment of clarity. In that instant, Matt takes his own life to end the Beast's control. Hell's Kitchen is freed from the spell, but when the heroes look for his body, it's gone. Elektra is seen hidden, holding a piece of his costume. Shadowland ends with Matt gone, the Hand fractured, and Hell's Kitchen scarred. But this isn't the end, it's the turning point. Everything that happens to Matt afterward, including the Red Fist Saga, begins here. There are quite a few storylines between Shadowland and the Red Fist Saga, so let's summarize what happened to Matt during this time. After Shadowland, Matt wandered, struggling to reconcile his past failures. He fought corrupt police in New Mexico, rebuilt his life in New York, joined the New Avengers, and cleared his name. But his path was never easy. A tragic accident on the streets forced him to surrender himself for manslaughter, and while he was in prison, Elektra assumed the mantle of Daredevil and began reviving the Fist, the ancient counter-order to the Hand. This all set the stage for Devil's reign. Mayor Wilson Fisk outlawed vigilantism across New York, deploying the Thunderbolts to enforce his zero-tolerance policy, and the Purple Man, also known as Killgrave, to influence the minds of the city in his favor. Heroes were imprisoned and the city was thrown into chaos. Amid this, Fist discovered evidence that he had once known Daredevil's identity, and in a fit of rage and confusion, killed Mike Murdock, Matt's illegitimate twin, mistaking him for Matt. This devastating loss became a pivotal tool for Daredevil. By letting the public believe that Matt Murdock himself had died, he gained the freedom to operate in secret and plan a strike against the Hand without interference. Daredevil worked alongside Elektra, rallying heroes like Spider-Man, Luke Cage, Moon Knight, the Fantastic Four, and even the Champions to resist Fisk's control. Using the Purple Man's children and Fisk's own mind control staff, they dismantled his hold over the city, liberated imprisoned heroes, and neutralized the Purple Man's influence. Matt's calculated deception allowed him to operate with near-total freedom, while the city recovered from Fisk's oppressive crackdown. By the end of Devil's reign, the power balance in New York had shifted. Luke Cage became mayor, Daredevil reclaimed his freedom, and the public believed Matt Murdock had died. A secret that would give him the perfect opening to finally take down the Hand. With this setup complete, Daredevil and Elektra were poised to wage their war in what would become the Red Fist Saga. Following the events of Devil's reign, Matt Murdock and Elektra set out to revive the Fist, an ancient counter-order to the Hand, recruiting allies both old and new, from Stick and Foggy Nelson to Cole North, as well as a handful of liberated supervillains. Matt's approach blurred the lines between heroism and vigilantism. Breaking the law became a tool to protect the innocent, a sort of Robin Hood-style justice that drew the attention of the Avengers. Together, the Fist trained and planned to strike the Hand, even gaining access to ancient powers through a trial written in the Book of the Fist, foreshadowing the supernatural abilities that Matt would manifest later. Despite months of preparation, the Fist suffered a devastating blow. The Hand revealed that Punisher was their new leader and empowered by the Beast. Stick and Foggy had been dead for months, replaced by undead imposters acting as spies, while the Stormwind family, who had financially and politically backed Fist during Devil's reign, attacked the Fist stronghold with a chemical weapon that incited uncontrollable rage. The resulting massacre destroyed much of the Fist's leadership, leaving Matt and Cole to narrowly escape as the Avengers arrived and arrested Elektra and the remaining supervillains. Matt retreated into hiding for weeks, physically and emotionally scarred from the massacre. Racked with guilt and self-doubt, he teetered on the edge of giving up entirely. but Cole refused to let him fade away, challenging Matt to stop wallowing and reclaim his purpose. Inspired by Cole's words, Matt once again donned the mask of Daredevil, but this time with a sharper, more ruthless plan. Under the guise of offering the Stormwinds a false deal, he manipulated the corrupt family into releasing Elektra and the captured Fist allies before unleashing a brutal reminder of why the man without fear was never to be underestimated. Using ancient Fist texts, Matt discovered a hidden cave in Japan, a portal to hell itself, where the souls of his friends, including Stick, Foggy, and the President, were trapped by the Beast of the Hand. Blindspot had been assigned to guard the entrance under orders from the fake Stick, but Matt relieved him of duty and entered alone. He attempted to end his own life so that his soul could journey to hell, but was confronted by Elektra, which led to their final battle, their last dance. Ultimately, Matt died, and his soul descended into the infernal realm as he had originally planned. In hell, Matt was accompanied by the spirit of his father, which was later revealed to be an illusion. As Matt confronted the beast, the spirit revealed its true form as another demonic being, the sister of the beast. He uncovered the shocking truth. The ancient war between the Fist and the Hand had been a deception. Two opposing sides, but in all reality, one and the same. A battle between two demons vying for power, manipulating everyone around them. The trial he and Elektra underwent had inadvertently granted them power from a demon, mirroring the way the beast chooses vessels for the Hand. Refusing to accept this, Matt chose to believe that his newfound abilities came from God, unlocking a temporary but immense holy energy, and with it, he freed the trapped souls and defeated the demons. But his body remained absent from the mortal world, leaving only his soul in hell. This mysterious godlike power and ultimate sacrifice set the stage for the Marvel Rivals version of Daredevil, a variant forged from the legacy of the Beast, now entwined with mystical forces far beyond the original Shadowland events. After his final confrontation in the Red Fist Saga, Matt Murdock's soul remained in hell, having defeated the Beast of the Hand and its sister while freeing countless trapped spirits. In this Marvel Rivals timeline, his story didn't end there. Upon vanquishing the Beast, an immortal dragon named Yinglong was set free. Yinglong offered Matt a deal. He would help him absorb the Beast's power if he became the dragon's champion, helping to restore the 8th city in the heart of heaven. It was a burden that only Matt could bear, and a necessary evil that he accepted to save lost souls. This marked the birth of Yinglong, a version of Daredevil fully empowered by the Beast, but uncorrupted, unlike his Shadowland self. Whereas in the main Marvel 616 timeline, Matt somehow returned to Hell's Kitchen as a priest with amnesia, this variant of Daredevil continued his mission with full clarity of purpose. He became a protector and overseer of an ancient city of refugees and outcasts, fully embracing the responsibility and power granted to him. Yinglong's focus was unwavering, stopping the forces of the Hand, demonic warlords, and any who threatened innocent lives. In the current storyline of Season 4 and 4.5, he has entered the Shenlong Arena tournament not to compete for the same prizes as the other fighters, but to obtain the Sword of Fu Shi. According to Yinglong, this weapon is the only means of breaking the seal on the tomb of his master, Chi-Yo, an ancient god allegedly capable of restoring balance to the universe and resolving the time stream entanglement. However, the sword is embedded in the arms of Lin Lie, setting up a key conflict for the upcoming season in 4.5. Ultimately, this version of Daredevil demonstrates what Matt could be if he fully embraced the power of the Beast without succumbing to corruption. A hero with divine scale abilities, guided by a moral compass forged through a lifetime of sacrifice. In Season 4 and 4.5 of Marvel Rivals, Yinglong isn't done yet. His story continues, pushing the limits of his new powers and exploring the cost of wielding the full legacy of the Beast while remaining true to his values. So that's the journey of Daredevil, from the darkness of Shadowland through Devil's Reign and the Red Fist Saga, to the Marvel Rivals universe where he becomes Yinglong. a hero empowered by the very forces that once nearly destroyed him. Matt's story is one of sacrifice, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of justice, proving why he's truly the man without fear. After Daredevil comes to Marvel Rivals on October 10th, we'll do a full deep dive into his lore and explore what truly separates him from his Prime variant. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'd also love to hear from you. Which version of Daredevil do you think is the most powerful? And how would you rank his journey across the timeline? Do you think we can trust Yinglong about releasing Chi-Yo? Or is he manipulating Daredevil like many others before? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I hope to see you very soon out there in the multiverse.